The ancient world was no stranger to conquest. Empires rose and fell like the tides. Yet the tale of Alexander the Great stands apart, a testament to ambition, military genius, and the fleeting nature of even the grandest empires. Born in Pella, the capital of Macedon, in 356 BCE, Alexander was no ordinary youth. His father, Philip II, was a formidable king who had forged the fractious Greek city-states into a potent military force. His mother, Olympias, was a woman of fierce ambition and legendary lineage, claiming descent from Achilles himself. From a young age, Alexander displayed a keen intellect, a thirst for knowledge, and a natural talent for leadership. He was tutored by the renowned philosopher Aristotle, immersing himself in the worlds of philosophy, literature, and the sciences. This education instilled in him a lifelong love of learning and a vision that extended far beyond the borders of his homeland. However, it was on the battlefield where Alexander's true nature was revealed. At the age of 16, he led Macedonian troops to victory at the Battle of Cheronea, securing his father's dominance over Greece. This early taste of triumph only fueled his ambition. When Philip II was assassinated in 336 BCE, Alexander, just 20 years old, inherited a powerful kingdom and a destiny that would forever alter the course of history. The young king, brimming with confidence and driven by an insatiable hunger for glory, set his sights on the Persian Empire, the reigning superpower of the East. To understand Alexander's relentless drive eastward, one must delve into the complex interplay of ambition and legacy that fueled his every action. From his father, Philip, he inherited not only a powerful army but also an unfinished war. Philip had long envisioned the subjugation of Persia, viewing it as both a strategic necessity and a path to securing his legacy as the greatest ruler the Greek world had ever known. Alexander, imbued with his father's ambition and perhaps driven by a desire to surpass him, embraced this mantle with unwavering resolve. Yet Alexander's motivations ran deeper than mere conquest or filial duty. He saw himself not just as a king, but as a force of destiny, chosen by the gods to usher in a new era. He envisioned a world united under his rule, where Greek culture and learning would spread to the farthest corners of the earth. This grandiose vision, a potent blend of idealism and pragmatism, captivated the imaginations of his followers and instilled in them an unshakable belief in his leadership. The Persian Empire, vast and wealthy though it was, presented a tempting target for a young king seeking to etch his name in the annals of history. Its ruler, Darius III, had ascended to the throne amidst turmoil, and Alexander sensed an opportunity to exploit potential weaknesses within the empire. However, the Persians were not to be underestimated. Their vast armies, legendary wealth, and sophisticated infrastructure posed a formidable challenge, even for a commander as skilled as Alexander. In the spring of 334 BCE, Alexander led his Macedonian and Greek army across the Hellespont, the narrow strait separating Europe from Asia. This symbolic crossing marked the beginning of his audacious campaign against the Persian Empire. His force, though outnumbered, was highly disciplined and expertly trained. At the Granicus River near the ancient city of Troy, Alexander encountered his first major obstacle, a Persian army composed of cavalry and Greek mercenaries, commanded by satraps loyal to Darius. The Persians, confident in their numerical superiority and the strength of their cavalry, expected to crush the Macedonians easily. However, they had underestimated Alexander's tactical brilliance and the fighting prowess of his troops. The Battle of Granicus was a resounding victory for Alexander. His skillful use of cavalry charges, combined with the disciplined advance of his infantry, shattered the Persian lines. The victory sent shockwaves through the Persian Empire. It was a clear signal that Alexander was not merely a nuisance to be swatted aside, but a serious threat to Persian dominance. With the Persian forces reeling from their defeat at Granicus, Alexander pressed his advantage, marching south along the Ionian coast, liberating Greek cities that had long chafed under Persian rule. His victories further fueled the legend that was quickly growing around him. At Gordium, an ancient city in Anatolia, Alexander faced a challenge of a different sort, the legendary Gordian knot. According to prophecy, whoever untied the intricate knot would become the ruler of Asia. Alexander, ever pragmatic, simply sliced through the knot with his sword, demonstrating his decisive nature and his willingness to forge his own destiny. This act, whether driven by practicality or a touch of showmanship, further cemented his image as a man favoured by fate. With the Gordian knot behind him, Alexander continued his eastward march, deeper into the heart of the Persian Empire. His next major encounter with Darius would come at Issus, a narrow coastal plain where the Persian king hoped to trap the Macedonian army. However, Alexander's tactical acumen and the discipline of his troops once again proved decisive. The Siege of Tyre. Alexander's strategic brilliance shines as he lays siege to the island city of Tyre. After his sweeping victories on land, Alexander's campaign brought him to the fortified island city of Tyre, a crucial stronghold on the Phoenician coast. Tyre's formidable defences and its position as a major naval power presented a unique challenge. Determined to conquer this bastion, Alexander embarked on one of his most audacious military endeavours. He ordered the construction of a causeway, a massive land bridge stretching from the mainland to the island, enabling his troops to bring siege engines within striking distance. This monumental engineering feat, achieved under constant harassment from Tyrian defenders, showcased Alexander's relentless determination and innovative approach to warfare. As the causeway neared completion, Alexander's forces launched a ferocious assault. Using catapults and siege towers, they battered Tyre's walls, while the Macedonian navy blockaded the harbour, cutting off any hope of reinforcements or escape for the Tyrians. The siege dragged on for months, testing the resolve of both the attackers and the defenders. Finally, after 7 grueling months, Alexander's forces breached the walls and stormed the city. The fall of Tyre was a testament to Alexander's strategic genius and his ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. It also sent a powerful message to the rest of the ancient world. No city, no matter how well defended, was beyond the reach of Alexander the Great. With Tyre under his control, Alexander secured his supply lines and continued his relentless march eastward, ever closer to his ultimate goal of conquering the Persian Empire. The Siege of Tyre remains one of the most iconic episodes in Alexander's storied military career, a shining example of his blend of tactical brilliance and unyielding resolve. The Battle of Gaugamela, a moment that would forever etch Alexander's name into the annals of history. After the fall of Tyre, Alexander's relentless campaign brought him face to face with the full might of the Persian Empire. On the plains of Gaugamela, the two titanic forces prepared for a showdown that would determine the fate of the ancient world. As dawn broke, Alexander meticulously arranged his troops, his sharp mind anticipating every move of the enemy. The Macedonian phalanx stood firm, their spears glinting in the morning sun, while the cavalry, led by Alexander himself, waited for the signal to charge. Across the field, the Persian army, vastly outnumbering Alexander's forces, stretched as far as the eye could see. The air was thick with tension as the battle commenced. Persian chariots adorned with scythes thundered towards the Macedonian lines, only to be met with a wall of disciplined soldiers. Alexander's tactical brilliance shone as he executed a series of feints and maneuvers, drawing the Persians into a trap. His cavalry struck with lightning speed, smashing through the Persian flanks and creating chaos within their ranks. Amidst the dust and clamour of battle, Alexander's leadership was unwavering. He rode at the forefront, inspiring his men with his courage and resolve. The Macedonian soldiers, fueled by their unwavering loyalty to their king, fought with unparalleled ferocity. As the sun began to set, the tide of battle turned decisively in Alexander's favour. The Persian lines crumbled, and their king, Darius III, fled the battlefield, his army in disarray. The victory at Gaugamela was not just a triumph of military strategy, but a testament to Alexander's indomitable spirit and his ability to inspire greatness in those who followed him. With the Persian Empire now within his grasp, Alexander's dream of a unified world seemed closer than ever. The Battle of Gaugamela stands as a defining moment in history, a clash of civilizations that showcased the brilliance and audacity of one of the greatest military minds the world has ever known. As the dust settled on the battlefield, the legacy of Alexander the Great was cemented, his name forever synonymous with conquest and glory. After the resounding victory at Gaugamela, Alexander's path to the heart of the Persian Empire lay open. His next target was Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of Persia and a symbol of its immense wealth and power. As Alexander's forces approached the city, they were met with little resistance. The once mighty Persian Empire, now fractured and leaderless, could do little to halt the Macedonian advance. Alexander entered Persepolis in triumph, his soldiers awed by the splendor and opulence of the city. The streets of Persepolis were lined with magnificent palaces, grand temples, and treasures beyond imagination, but amidst the beauty there was a somber realization. This city represented the zenith of Persian culture and power, now brought low by the relentless march of Alexander's ambition. In a dramatic and fateful decision, Alexander ordered the burning of Persepolis. Flames engulfed the city, consuming its magnificent structures and reducing them to ashes. The fire symbolized the end of an era, the final act in the downfall of the Persian Empire. As the smoke rose into the sky, Alexander stood amidst the ruins, reflecting on the enormity of his conquest. It was a moment of both triumph and tragedy, a poignant reminder of the cost of his unyielding drive for greatness. The fall of Persepolis marked the culmination of Alexander's campaign against Persia, a testament to his military genius and the relentless pursuit of his vision. Yet it also served as a stark reminder of the destructive power of war and the fleeting nature of human achievement. With Persepolis in ruins, Alexander's gaze turned further east to new lands and new challenges. His journey was far from over, but the burning of Persepolis would forever remain a pivotal moment in his storied legacy. The ruins of Persepolis stand today as a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires, a testament to the enduring impact of Alexander the Great and the indelible mark he left on history. With Persepolis in ruins and the Persian Empire vanquished, Alexander's conquests had reshaped the ancient world. But what would be the lasting impact of his extraordinary journey? As Alexander continued his march eastward, his legacy began to take shape, extending far beyond the battlefield. His campaigns facilitated the spread of Greek culture and ideas, a phenomenon later known as Hellenization. From the Mediterranean to the fringes of India, cities founded by Alexander became centers of learning and cultural exchange. Alexandria in Egypt, perhaps the most famous of these cities, became a beacon of knowledge and innovation, housing the legendary Library of Alexandria. The fusion of Greek and Eastern cultures led to advancements in science, philosophy, art, and architecture. This cultural synthesis left an indelible mark on the regions Alexander conquered, influencing civilizations for centuries to come. But Alexander's legacy is not without its darker aspects. His relentless ambition and military campaigns brought untold suffering and devastation. Entire cities were razed and countless lives were lost in his quest for glory. The duality of Alexander's legacy is a testament to the complexity of his character. He was a visionary who dreamed of a unified world, yet his methods were often ruthless and unforgiving. Modern historians and scholars continue to debate the true nature of Alexander's impact. Some view him as a brilliant strategist and cultural unifier, while others see him as a conqueror whose ambitions brought as much destruction as they did progress. Today, the remnants of Alexander's empire can be seen in ancient artifacts, historical texts, and the very cities that still bear his name. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the heights and depths of human ambition and the enduring influence of one man's vision. As we reflect on Alexander's legacy, we are reminded that history is not merely a record of events, but a tapestry woven from the dreams, triumphs, and tragedies of those who came before us. The legacy of Alexander the Great continues to inspire and challenge us, urging us to consider the lasting impact of our own actions and the world we wish to create. In the end, Alexander's story is a timeless tale of ambition, conquest, and the enduring quest for greatness. It is a story that will forever echo through the annals of history, reminding us of the profound and lasting impact one individual can have on the world.